You've set the goal, you've prayed about it, you've started to work, but now it feels insurmountable. Oof, that's a tough place to be in. Maybe fear has set in or it's taking a longer time than you expected. How can God help you achieve goals that feel too big for you to handle? Stay tuned, because by the end of today's episode, you will know not only the lamp principle and also why God often helps us through simple steps versus giant leaps. Ordinary women, extraordinary faith. When God calls, we say yes. The Arise Women of God podcast. Hello and welcome to the Arise Women of God podcast. I'm your host, Tamara K. Anderson, and joining me today are two amazing, wonderful women warriors, Wendi Christensen and Kari Anjewierden. In today's episode, we are going to talk about how to lean on Christ's strength during the messy middle. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? We're going to talk about the commit, trust, pass framework, how to give yourself grace when the progress is slow, and the surprising way God brings destiny helpers into your life to help you reach the finish line. Let's kick it off with a powerful scripture that is a personal favorite of mine. The mental battle in our brain, overcoming the fear and allowing God to come in and help us, is probably, at least for me, one of my biggest hurdles. I think that's why when I was a young mom, I set the mantra of, in Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Because I just had two sons that were diagnosed on the autism spectrum. And this future Tamara that God was pulling me towards, first of all, wasn't the Tamara I wanted to become. But God knew that's who I needed to become, and it was hard and it was overwhelming, and I did not feel capable enough or strong enough to move forward into becoming the mother of 4 children, but 2 of whom had special needs. That was just so overwhelming to me. The feeling of being incapable is actually where God's strength begins. But how do we handle the day-to-day grind? That's where the rubber meets the road. Kari here shares the wisdom she passed on to her daughter about eating an elephant one bite at a time.
God talks about line upon line and precept upon precept. And I know I tend to want to go for the whole elephant at once. And God has to always pull me back and say, no, one day at a time. And as I am now a grandma, my daughter sometimes will say, Mom, how did you do it with 6 kids? She's got 2. How did you do it? And I have to remind her, number 1, with God, and number 2, one day at a time. Just little bits at a time. I don't have to eat all of it at the same time. I don't have to accomplish it all at once. I can do it at whatever pace is needed for me. And God, I'm grateful, is willing to wait for me in that timeline.
I know you all wish that achieving a goal was like walking a straight line, but it is not. It looks more like a roller coaster. Wouldn't you agree? Here, Wendi breaks down the 3-step process from Psalms that helps you stay on the ride, even when it feels a little shaky.
Another scripture I love one is in Psalms 37, verse 5. And it says, commit thy way into the Lord, trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. So I hear 3 key words that go along with that and strengthening the one that you shared, Tamara. The first thing is commit. We need to commit that we're focused on him, because it's really easy in the world that we live in today to easily get swayed by the things of the world, whether that's through social media, watching TV. It's easy to compare to other people. It's super easy to get swayed from God and his ways if we're not careful. So we have to always guard ourselves. And that means a commitment to him. Am I committed to the Lord? So we commit. And then the second thing he says is trust also in him. So if I'm going to trust somebody, it's easy to love people. It's not always easy to trust them. I always share that with couples when I'm working with them. Trust takes so much more. To truly trust in someone, to realize that if I mess up, they're not going to betray me. They're not going to put me down. They're not going to shame me. they're going to actually have my back. So if I'm committed and I trust in him, then the third thing that he says, that they say in Psalms there, is he shall bring it to pass. And then it will come, right? It will happen. The way we look at it is a straight line, like it's linear. It's this beautiful line of the goal and then getting there and achieving it. But ultimately, it's a roller coaster. Like it goes up and down and all around and winds, and it's all over the place. And it's hanging on for dear life. And I think we're hanging on to him for dear life. Like, you really are getting me through this ride, this crazy ride. Yes, we are going to get to that end goal, and you're going to achieve it. He will bring it to pass in whatever way that looks best for you and your life. It will come to pass.
Sometimes God doesn't come as a miracle from heaven, but as a person on your doorstep. Let's talk about the mentors and helpers God often places in our path. God often brings people into our lives to help us along the way. And I've seen that in mentors. Like when God asked me to write a book, he gave me the right mentor to help me walk through that. The first time it was so hard and it was so scary. And there were several people who had to help me. Not only was it someone coaching me, it was somebody helping with the editing process. It was somebody that was doing the interior of the book, the cover. I mean, you name it. There's so many people that end up helping with a book. You can't do it by yourself. And so God guides you to the people that you need to help you achieve the goal. And I'm thankful for that.
You can pray for that. Who do I need at my table? Who do I need to help me with this thing? And can you bring them to me? Or can you take me to them? Like, because God knows who those people are, and we may not know exactly. And sometimes it may come completely out of the blue and you're not expecting it, but be watching for those moments when God is placing people in your lives.
All right, ladies, we're wrapping it up now. If you need some resources to help you on your God-given journey, check out our Women Warriors of Light website, where we have some amazing free content in our store. We have our Clarifying My Calling workbook. We'll be for sure to drop the link for that in the show notes below. As we conclude today's episode, remember, God is your co-creator. He wants you to succeed even more than you do. If you're struggling with what the right goal is for you right now, drop it in the comments below so we can support you and pray for you. And if you're wondering if your goal is big enough or feels way too big for you to accomplish on your own, click this next video where we discuss what a God-sized goal actually looks like and how he prepares you to achieve it, one step at a time. Till next time, may you arise, do it God's way, God strong. Thanks for tuning in to the Arise Women of God podcast, brought to you by Women Warriors of Light. If you're feeling unsure how to move forward in your calling, or just tired of doing it alone, visit womenwarriorsoflight.com. You'll find resources, accountability, and a community of women who get it. Sometimes the calling feels bigger than you. That's when you need steady reminders of the powerful God who called you. Subscribe now for weekly inspiration and the courage to keep going, because with Him, nothing is impossible. And you're not the only one God is calling. That friend on your heart right now, share this episode with her. Your small act of obedience could be the breakthrough she's been praying for. Until next time, may you arise, walk God's way, and stand God strong.